Have you ever wondered if there's maybe more to winning than just, pure luck? Or if you could somehow nudge things in your favor?
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? Especially looking at these sources you've shared.
Well, today on the Deep Dive, we're jumping right into this fascinating collection of stories and insights. Basically, we want to explore how people claim they've won money, riches, prizes,
Mm.
using means that go beyond the usual explanations.
Exactly. We've got quite a mix here. Personal stories, some really powerful anecdotes, and principles from philosophies like the magic of believing, psychocybernetics, even the Silva method. It's all focused on how people believe they manifested success.
Right. So our mission today is to really unpack these accounts, pull out the core ideas, see what patterns pop up. What do they actually do? What do they think? Let's get into it.
Okay.
So the absolute core idea, the thread running through everything, seems to be this. Well, this pretty radical notion that our minds aren't just watching. They're actively creating reality.
Yeah, the power of thought, belief, visualization. It comes up again and again. One source just flat out says, believe everything is a manifestation.
Wow.
And another adds that millions of objects from that strange force thought, basically all our impressions come from creative thinking. It's not really a new idea, is it? Think about Dr. Joe Dispenza's stuff becoming supernatural. People are really thirsty for these kinds of techniques.
Simple and effective techniques, they say.
Yeah.
So, okay, if thought is the creative force, what's the main tool people are using?
Overwhelmingly, it seems to be visualization, really seeing the outcome.
Like that competition winner who said, the biggest thing I can say is see yourself already as the winner. Like it's done, no question.
Exactly. They felt like every time I enter a competition, I win. It's that level of certainty.
And it's not just a quick thought, right? You mentioned that sophomore back in 2007 wanting the Chromebook.
Oh, yeah, that story's great. They didn't just wish for it. They vividly imagined the whole scene sitting at a hallway cafe with my laptop looking bougie, sipping a hot chocolate, looking studious. Looking studious. Love it.
Right. And the source says they were overwhelmed with emotions of already having it. That emotional piece seems absolutely critical. It wasn't just a picture, it was a feeling.
And their actual techniques, too, like the mirror technique.
Standing in front of a mirror, telling yourself out loud, you are going to be an outstanding success and that nothing is going to stop you.
Apparently, Churchill did something similar before big speeches.
That's what one source claims, yeah.
Yeah.
And remember the person who won the luxury holiday?
Yeah.
They didn't just glance at a brochure. They looked at the photos almost every day, studying them, literally seeing and feeling myself there, feeling the absolute excitement of getting that winning call, the feeling again.
So seeing it is one thing, but the feeling, that's maybe even more important.
It seems like it. One account just states it plainly. The important part is the feeling. You have to feel it like it's real right now.
And didn't psychocybernetics touch on this too? Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Absolutely. His work suggests we shape reality by imagining the outcome we desire, but crucially, experiencing all the outcome sensations. Feel it in your body.
It ties into that idea of the subconscious mind being like a computer, doesn't it?
Exactly. Its output is based simply on what was put in. Feed it positivity.
It can't be negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so this sounds powerful in theory, but does it actually, work?
Yeah.
Do people get tangible results?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the accounts you provided,
Yeah.
they certainly suggest so. Let's dive into some of those real-world stories. Money, prizes, the whole lot.
Okay, let's hear them.
All right, so winning cash. We've got several examples. There was a college student, needed tuition money, prayed, thank God for it, then kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
Paid for after 10 mins. Just got an email saying their balance was zero, a total refund.
Wow, 10 minutes. That's fast.
Right. Then there's someone who won $10,000 in a radio contest, shared it with a friend, so $20K total prize. But the key was they said they specifically knew I was going to win that money, that knowing.
Not just hoping, but knowing. Okay.
And another person, really focused, wrote down, I have $1,500 to pay my bills, read it every day.
And what happened?
4 days later, an unexpected $500 work bonus and a $1,000 lottery win on the same day.
That's incredibly specific. $1,500
It
gap.
really is.
Yeah.
Then you have Cindy Farmer, calls herself a contest pro, won $25,000. And her trigger, she read about someone else winning big and thought, if she could do that, I could do it too. Belief transfer, almost.
Huh. Interesting.
And Regina M. Fornecker, she won $300,000. paid us $20,000 a year for 15 years, her method.
Using a mind control relaxation tape and just picturing herself counting the cash.
Just counting the money in her mind. Okay, these are big sums. What about like actual physical stuff? Goods.
Yep, plenty of those too. Instagram giveaways seem common. One person won a $300 Henri Bendel purse and some Kopari products. Their approach, just believe they'd win and leave it at that. Kind of a relaxed confidence.
Leave it at that. Less striving, maybe? Seems like it for some. Other wins included, let's see, a big flat-screen TV, renting a Ferrari for a weekend,
Nice.
a pair of skis, a microwave, all competition wins from people who just saw themselves as winners.
Okay.
And remember the Silva method you mentioned? Someone used one of its techniques, getting into that focused state, saw the number 441,
Yeah.
bought a $2 scratch ticket, won $4,000.
Wow. From seeing a number.
Then there's Ken Slotnick. Enters tons of contests, makes his own entries on index cards, wins smaller stuff, mostly dresses, books, a radio. But his advice is key. You have to enter a lot to win. Volume matters too.
Right. It's not just magic thinking. There's action involved for many. What about experiences, trips, opportunities?
Oh, yeah. A free round of golf, that luxury holiday we talked about. And Tanja Avetsweimer, she won a trip to Holland to meet the Queen.
Meet the Queen. Seriously.
That's the claim. She put it down to understanding the principles of attraction and visualization. And it wasn't a one-off. She later won a diamond pin, a cowboy hat, a weekend trip, even a trip to Aruba. Same principles.
So she kept applying it.
Seems so. And maybe the wildest one. A woman who says she manifested winning the entire Price is Right show.
The whole show. Like the showcase, showdown, and everything.
Everything. Car, showcase, the works. Attributed it to complete knowing and expectation.
Complete knowing. That phrase keeps coming up.
It really does. And one more, landing a dream job offer. Exactly as envisioned, down to the specific tasks and needing to speak English. The technique mentioned, brain control, and the three-finger technique.
Three-finger technique. What's that?
It seems to be a way to quickly enter a focused, sort of alpha brainwave state. You touch 3 fingers together, set your intention, or recall a state. Bence Toothbusek supposedly used it to win 8 million forints on a TV show.
Okay, so these techniques. Let's dig into the how-to. Beyond just visualizing, what are people actually doing to activate this mind power?
Well, that deep relaxation state is key for many. Meditation, reaching that alpha state. Dr. Joe Dispenza's work gets cited for creating those mystical moments in meditation that seem important for conscious creation.
And the three-finger thing is one shortcut to that state.
Apparently so, for enabling a special alpha level, but it's not all quiet meditation. Affirmations and repetition are huge.
Right, like chanting almost.
Sort of repeating wealth, success quietly, saying affirmations during exercise, or just constantly stating, I'm going to have that new home. The idea is repetition leads to belief. Hammering it in.
Makes sense. And writing it down.
That comes up too. One person felt their most successful manifestations were always one I wrote down. Like it makes it more concrete. Some even found old notes years later where wishes had come true.
That's kind of spooky. Okay, here's something that feels different. Active faith and letting go. How does that fit in?
It's an interesting paradox, isn't it? You focus intensely, visualize, affirm, and then you have to let go. The sources say the magic happens when you totally shift your focus onto other things.
So stop obsessing.
Pretty much. It shows active faith. You've placed your order. Now you fully let the universe figure all the details out. Don't micromanage the how.
That requires trust. It links back to that computer idea of the subconscious, right? Feeding it information.
Exactly. The subconscious is powerful but doesn't judge. It cannot reject anything if you feed it positive information. So you have to be careful what you feed it.
Which is why they say, please remove nothing yet to show for it from your mindset.
Right, because saying that just reinforces the lack. You're telling your subconscious computer, see, it's not here.
Okay, are there other specific methods mentioned for that reprogramming?
The 369 method gets a brief mention as a way to reprogram your outlook, supposedly with amazing results, but the sources didn't detail it. But shifting gears slightly, there are also really practical tips, especially for winning contests.
Ah, yes, the more grounded stuff. What do the pros say?
Volume, volume, volume. Enter a lot to win. Like Freddie Stokely Sr. sending out hundreds of postcards and contest entry blanks monthly.
Increasing the odds conventionally, alongside the mindset stuff. Makes sense.
And strategy. Stokely also advises entering late, close to the deadline. That way, your entries get on the top of the pile. Maybe easier for judges to see. Who knows? But it's a tactic.
Great.
And attention to detail. Eric Walser, the contest expert, is really strict on this. Fill out the 3x5 card. Do not use a 3x5 paper. Follow the rules precisely.
Respect the process.
Exactly. And finally, know the product. If it's a contest for a specific brand, understand its selling points. Show you've engaged.
So it's a blend of mindset, belief, technique, and sometimes sheer practical effort and strategy.
It really seems to be. It's not necessarily just one thing.
As we sort of wrap up here, let's touch on some nuances. It's clearly not always simple or instant.
Definitely not. That tension between effort and letting go is a big one. Remember the person who stopped all effort, all intrusive thoughts?
And then won the lottery and got into school.
Yeah. It's like you have to find that sweet spot between intention and surrender, trusting the process after you've set it in motion.
That's deep. And what about the why? Is it always just about getting stuff?
Not necessarily. Think of Rick Clunn, the bass angler using visualization. He said fishing and winning wasn't just about trophies. It was a vehicle for me to learn more about my human potential.
Wow. Okay, so the winning is a means to a deeper end for some.
It can be, and this connects to the idea that our thoughts affect others too, the contagion of thought.
How so?
Well, one source warns how a strong negative personality can spread those vibes. But conversely, if you think of yourself as a winner, good experiences will happen to you. Your internal state radiates.
Which brings us back to Eric Walser preferring the word materializing instead of winning.
Exactly. We become what we think we are. It's less about competition, more about creation from within, becoming the person who has that reality.
But there are limits, right? Ethical lines.
Absolutely crucial. The sources are clear. You cannot exercise control over other people and make them do things against their will. This is for your own reality, not manipulating others.
Good. That's important.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always work perfectly or instantly.
No. Sometimes it takes time, results might be delayed. Someone programmed for second place and came sixth still saw it as good progress, not perfection.
And don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Diversify, don't rely on just one method or one wish. And a stark warning. Use this power for good. Using it for harm, it will boomerang and destroy you.
Heavy. Okay, so recapping this deep dive, we've seen story after story linking belief, visualization, focused mental energy, and sometimes practical steps to winning money, prizes, opportunities.
Yeah, the core message seems to be that our internal world, our thoughts, beliefs, feelings, has a profound impact on our external reality, whether it's specific techniques or just a fundamental shift in mindset.
The common thread, the big takeaway, seems to be this combination of consistent, positive expectation, clear intention, feeling it real, and then maybe letting go while taking inspired action. It's about becoming what you envision.
Well put. It's an internal shift leading to external results, according to these accounts.
So the final thought to leave you with, if our thoughts really do have this kind of creative power, what overlooked riches, maybe not just money, but opportunities, relationships, well-being, might you be unconsciously creating or maybe holding back in your own life right now? What could happen if you truly started to believe in your power to materialize what you deeply desire?